Today you guys get to see inside 4 more of the Good and the Beautiful science units. Hey guys, it's Bonnie from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome to my channel. I have partnered with the Good and the Beautiful to give you guys a giveaway for their homeschool science units. Now if you're watching this video and the giveaway is over, my apologies, but I'm still going to show you inside 4 of these science units. So I'm going to give you the instructions for the giveaway at the end of the video in case this has expired. You can still see inside the units and not worry about that. So the first unit we're going to take a look at today is the Kingdoms and Classification unit. Then we're going to look inside Weather and Water. Then we're going to look inside Space Science. And last but not least, Wonders of Energy. So let's just get right into it. The first unit we're going to look at is Kingdoms and Classification. This is for grades 3 to 8. If this is your first video on looking at the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, I will give you a quick rundown of how they work. You're always going to get your table of contents. You're going to have all of your unit information that talks about the activities inside your student journal, which comes, well, it doesn't come with it, but you can buy separate. You can buy from grades 3 to 6, and then you can buy the 7th and 8th grade. It tells you how to create a science wall. It talks about lesson preparation, activities and experiments, optional microscope activities for this specific unit. Talks about the videos in the website for the videos. There's the experiment videos in this one, and then there's unit videos. It talks about the content for your 7th and 8th graders and content for your younger children. It also talks about the different versions because this is the second version of the Good and the Beautiful Sciences. Here you have the Read Out Loud book pack, which is going to be in every unit. And each book, you'll also have the optional Read Aloud book pack. It tells you the books that they would sell or that you could use. And it tells you where to buy them. And then there's talks about the correlated books from the Good and the Beautiful library. They have other books that you can use that correlate with each science unit. Then you have information on the lesson extensions for 7th and 8th grade. You have a list of all the supplies that you need for the entire unit, separated by lesson. And then after that, you'll have all of your vocabulary words that you can either leave in the book or cut out to put on a science wall. The purpose is to actually put them on a science wall. So you'll have all of those here. And then you'll have I'll go into the lessons. But first, let's talk about what you're going to be learning in Kingdoms and Classifications. So in this unit, you're going to be learning about an introduction to living things, cells, classification, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria kingdoms. I hope I said those right. Protista kingdom, fungi kingdom, yeast, molds, and mushrooms. Plantae kingdom, non-vascular and vascular. Plantae kingdom, gymnosperm and angiosperm. Animal kingdom, invertebrates. Animal kingdom, vertebrates. And then taxonomist in training, classification review. All right, this is lesson 1. For every lesson, you have the objective. So for lesson 1 here, it's to help children learn about the wondrous diversity of life as they discover the defining characteristics of all living things on Earth. Then you have, if you have a preparation, it's going to be here. So for this lesson, you have to cut out the living things cards and cut out the characteristics of life icon cards from each of the child's student journals. And then the supplies you're going to need are a pencil or pen and a paper clip. And then for the first activity, you have a picture study. And you place the cutout living cards in front of the children. So those cards are going to be here. And just like, the curriculum is called Good and Beautiful, the pictures are always beautiful. So these are the living thing cards here. It tells you what to say, what to read to the children, and what to discuss as you point to the pictures, wait for a response, and then this is what you're going to say. And then it tells them point to the blob like gray amoeba, and then what to say after that. Then it says save the cards for a later lesson. Then you cut out the vocabulary words, organisms and microorganisms. The kids read the words, you discuss them, and then you put them up on the science wall. And then there's the characteristics of life game where there's a spinner and there's icons and stuff they have to cut out. It tells you how to play and all the stuff that you were going to read. It tells you all those symbols, and I guess this is for the game. And so here's your spinner. And then we'll check out the student journal in a second to see what else is needed. So that's all about the game. And then there's a living and non-living hunt activity where they get to explore and do a scavenger hunt and use their student journal for that. And then this is a little extension. It's grade 7 through 8. So your 7th and 8th graders will do the same lesson, But then when they go to their student journals, I don't have a 7th and 8th grade student journal for these lessons, but they will just have an extra page of information to read and then a page of notes to write down an answer. I'm gonna show you through this entire book after I show you lesson 1 in the student journals. So these are the student journals for grades 3 through 6. And I'm gonna show you lesson 1, and then like I said, afterwards I'll show you through the whole thing. So this is part of the game. It's the 2 activities. They would have to cut out the characteristics of life icons, and that's it. That was for the game. This is lesson 2. Okay, so let's put on some pretty music and I'll walk you through the entire unit study. Next, we're gonna take a look at the student journal. So that's that. Next unit is called Weather and Water, and this is for grades 3 through 8. In this unit, children will learn about introduction to weather, climate and seasons, water in our world, the atmosphere, air, wind, the water cycle, clouds and weather fronts, rain and rainbows, snow, sleet, hail and freezing rain, thunder and lightning, severe weather like tornadoes and tropical cyclones, weather forecasting, and the beauty and power of water. And you know what? I'm probably gonna do this next because we're about to hit hurricane season. And I think even though it doesn't say hurricanes anywhere on here, I think it'll be still fun. So here are the books that would go with the book pack. Supplies and lesson extensions. Here's your vocabulary. Now we'll take a look at lesson 1, but I'm also going to show you a clip of the video since there's a video for this one. So the first thing you would do in this lesson is watch the Wonder of Weather video. All right, here's my laptop. If you go to the website for science videos, all you have to do is pick the unit that you're studying. Okay, we're doing Weather and Wonder. We click on that, and then we're gonna watch Wonder of Weather lesson 1. So this one has videos for lessons 1 through 5 for most of them. So that's pretty cool. So let's click on that. Takes you to their YouTube channel.
What will the weather be like today? That is a question that people all around the world ask. Will it be sunny and hot, chilly and rainy, or even bitterly cold and snowy? Weather you usually experience where you live is probably not the same as the weather for someone living in another part of the world. The specific weather patterns that occur in a certain location over a long period of time are referred to as that location's climate. The climate.
So that's just a sample of that video. It's only 4 minutes and 36 seconds long. And that weather talks about climate. Okay, then here says weather, a daily reminder of God. So it talks about how rainbows remind us of God's promises. It talks about the definition of weather. It talks about how the weather, no matter what, is a sign of a reminder of God's love for us. Okay, here's the words you're gonna put on your science wall. This section talks about the impact of weather. Gives you the definition for meteorology. Then there's a meteorology timeline activity. They're gonna be using these cards that they're gonna cut out to use that. And that activity is going to teach them how meteorology has come a long way since people first began to study. After that, they're gonna go to their journal page, which says wonderful weather, and they're gonna complete that. Here's the student journal for that one. This is the page for lesson 1. What they have to do is rank the topics shown below by their level of interest, and each writing a 1 in the box for the most interesting and an 8 in the box of the least interesting topic. And when they have completed it, they're going to write 3 questions they have about the topic at the bottoms of the pages. After that, they're going to talk about the scientific method, because I assume there's going to be experiments in this one too. It talks about observing, asking a question, making a hypothesis, testing their hypothesis, and evaluating their results. And then it gives them a way to do it with the weather that's happening today. And then it has a question, lots of discussion. Here's a quote, some more weather observation activities, and then the lesson extension for your 7th and 8th graders. They have to go outside and look at the weather and decide on if the sun is out, is it cloudy, partly cloudy, etc. And if you have very little ones, it's cute to make those little weather charts that you can put up on Pinterest. That you can get off of Pinterest and maybe put it by the door, and then they can mark the weather every day. So now we're going to show you the rest of the book. Now let me show you inside the student journal. Okay, so there's weather and water. Next we have space science, and this one is thicker than the other ones. This one has 15 lessons. And in this one they're going to be talking about an introduction to space, discovering stars, locating constellations, the solar system and our sun, terrestrial planets Mercury and Venus, terrestrial planets Earth and Mars, the phases of the moon, the tides and gravity, asteroids, comets, meteors and meteoroids, the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn, the gas giants Uranus and Neptune, the history of astronomy, the space race, space exploration part 1, the past, space exploration part 2, the future. Here are the 2 books for that unit, and that one I actually did get. Mae Jemison. So let's scroll through the... I keep saying scroll like I'm using my phone. Here's the pictures for this book. And then here's the Mars book. Here's your vocabulary words. You're going to be putting these planet cards in a zipper box and a zipper bag. And then eventually the kids are going to memorize the order of the planets. And these are the labels for them. And these are the pictures for them. Okay, lesson 1 tells you your preparation. Cut out the universe organization cards, all that good stuff. Cut out the planet cards, all the things you're gonna need. And then we have another video, a space video. And then we have a Hubble space photograph that they're gonna be discussing and observing. You're gonna put your science words up on the wall. There's universe organization activity. It says, give the children a small ball, point to the child. The ball represents the planet, and it's just a fun way for them to talk about the solar system and then the names of different things. Then you have the order of the planets activity, some facts about the Milky Way fact scheme. And then the section here talks about it's dark up there, and there's an optional little science experiment with a pan of boiling water that you can do. And then it talks about the extension. And then the lesson 1 workbook page would be the Milky Way facts cards they'd have to cut out and paste in, I guess, wherever they belong. I didn't read the lesson, but okay, let's look through this one. There's your space science. Last but not least, the wonders of energy, grades 3 through 8. In this unit, your children will be learning about energy is everywhere, the history of energy, types of energy, potential energy forms, kinetic energy forms, thermal energy, light energy, sound energy, electricity, magnetism, renewable and non-renewable energy, conserving energy, energy and design. Here's the optional books here, vocabulary words. Lesson 1 starts off with you reading to the children about energy being everywhere, putting up the word on your science wall. Let's use energy activity. Always gives you the reading prompts of what to say to the children. Then you have an Apple energy activity and a video about the sun and energy. And some more stuff to read to the kids. Then you have an energy hunt in art. And then you have the finding energy activity for younger children, grades 3 through 6. And that's part of that. And then you have a finding energy activity for older children. And then you have the extension for grades 7 and 8. So let's just look at what lesson 1 would have in the student journal. It's the energy hunt in art. They'd have to give 5 examples of energy in the painting. Now let's look through the book. Look at the student journal. So I hope you guys enjoyed that review, those reviews. That is the final of all of the units that I have this year from The Good and the Beautiful. And I want to thank you for The Good and the Beautiful for hosting this giveaway. You guys get to, if you win, get a unit of your choice. The Good and the Beautiful will send it to you themselves directly. So all you have to do is 1, be a subscriber. 2, go over to my Facebook page, which I'm going to link in the description below. On there, you're going to comment your favorite science unit that you've seen so far. And in the description, I'll also post all of the videos that I've made about the units. And you're also going to tell me your YouTube username so that I can confirm that you are a subscriber. And the reason why you're going to my Facebook page to like that page is because I'm trying to get it more active, but I also want to be able to contact you if you have won. Okay, so those are the rules. They'll be down in the description below as well. So today is August 23rd, 2023, and I'm going to be announcing the winner on that Facebook group on Sunday, August 27th, 2023. So make sure that you guys check the page, and I will also reach out to you and get your information, reach out to the good and the beautiful, and get that process done. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I also want to say that for those of you guys who voted on the type of content that you want to see on my Facebook page as well as on the YouTube community tab, I want to thank you guys for doing so. If you haven't done so yet, if you go to the community tab on my page, you'll see a poll that asks you, what do you want to see on this channel? I want this channel to be tailored to my viewers, to my subscribers. So make sure that if you haven't already, you guys get on there and make your vote, because I'm going to be making my content calendar this weekend and providing you guys with the videos of your choice. So thank you guys again for just being a part of this channel. That's why I'm doing the giveaway. I want to thank you to all of my subscribers. I love you all. Thank you for coming up to me, those of you guys who have met me in the past, whether it's at a homeschool co-op or at the homeschool conventions. I appreciate each and every one of you, and good luck in this giveaway.